Let's begin the broadcast with this big breaking news coming in. Twist in the Krishna Janmabhoomi fight. Even as the court is hearing the Janmasthan petition, Congress party has opposed the plea which seeks removal of mosque. This petition, remember, was filed by Krishna devotees who are seeking a removal of the mosque from what they claim is the Janmabhoomi land. And Congress-led group has opposed their petition. Mahesh Pathak, in fact, has filed a petition saying that there is no problem, no controversy here, and the status quo cannot be changed. Let's go across to Harish, our legal editor, who's joining us with more details. Harish, take us through this petition filed by the Congress. What is Mahesh Pathak citing?
Yes, Swati, a very interesting sweet twist in the Krishna Janmabhoomi Mathura, Krishna Janmabhoomi row, because remember, even before the masjid side, the Central Sunni Waqf Board and the Shahi Imam Committee had filed the reply. The Congress has jumped in, opposing the petition filed by Krishna devotees seeking removal of the mosque. In fact, they have the petition is filed in the name of All India Tirth Purohit Mahasabha, but it is very significantly headed by Mahesh Pathak, who incidentally was the Congress candidate in the last 2019 Lok Sabha elections, and he had lost to Hema Malini. He had only secured 2% of the votes, and he has filed a petition. The impleachment petition has been filed on his behalf. He says that the mosque existing there is more than 300 years old. So any change in status quo is barred by the Places of Worship Act 1991. He also goes on to say the petition has been filed by vested interests, that is, outsiders have come to ruin the peace and harmony of Mathura by filing such a petition. And he goes on to say that there was a peaceful understanding, peaceful agreement between the temple side and the mosque side, as per which the land was given for and the mosque was allowed to remain there. But and it also goes on to say that there's a clear attempt to bring in disharmony in the
Stay on with us. We also have Shehzad Poonawalla and Amir Haq joining us in the broadcast. Let me quickly first go across to Shehzad Poonawalla. The Congress party here, through this petition, of course, in the court, is opposing the petition of Krishna devotees who are seeking removal of the mosque. And on the other hand, they're also saying that outsiders, in fact, are trying to divide the society. They are trying to polarize.
Well, as Harish rightly pointed out, Mr. Pathak has been a candidate of the Congress party, so he's not some ordinary Karyakarta. He's one of the closer ones to the entire Congress leadership in Uttar Pradesh and in the centre. And here is a petition.
Okay, Shehzad, I'll have to interrupt you there. Vishnu Jain is joining us on the broadcast. He's the counsel for the petitioners, the Krishna devotees who are seeking removal of the mosque. Vishnu Jain, Mr. Mahesh Pathak has filed a petition in the court. He is opposing your petition, and he says that status quo cannot be changed because it is barred by Places of Worship Act 1991.
See, the point is, I'm trying to tell this time and again that people are trying to play politics in the matters which are in the domain of the judiciary. Now, this matter is apparently sub judice. It is pending before the court. And Mr. Mahesh Pathak, for his political benefits and for his political motives, has filed this application. He has no locus to be a party in this petition, and he says that we are the outsiders. And if you will analyze his application, it will be very clear that his application is against the dharma, his application is against the deity. He is supporting the masjid site, and he says that he is a devotee. Now, how can it be possible the person who is a devotee, he says that a mosque which is illegally standing there is rightly standing, and he says that we want to disturb law and order? Now, if a person goes and files a case in the civil court, how is it a situation of disturbance of law and order? And I want to ask a question to Mr. Mahesh Pathak and all the leaders of Congress party, that who has authorized him to file this petition? Is it the official stand of Congress party or not?
That's an interesting question, but a very quick follow-up question, Vishnu, because Mahesh Pathak is also saying that the court should also hear the Purohit Mahasabha. Do they have any locus standi as far as that is concerned?
Both are headed by Mahesh Pathak. Of one Purohit Mahasabha, he is the Sanrakshak. Of the other, he is the president. Both are the same face. Just the names are different, and the face is the same, Mr. Mahesh Pathak. So this is a sabotage. This is a betrayal with the court. He has conceded material facts in front of the court. And the point is this: if you will see the history of Krishna Janmabhoomi, I pointed it earlier in your show also, that when this alleged compromise was done, the senior leaders of Congress party were a party to it. It was done under their patronage. And today again, when we are trying to undo the historical wrong, Congress party and their workers and their henchmen are coming and stopping us by way of these oblique motives and by way of these oblique political motive applications. So my
So
point
you're saying
is very
filing of this
simple.
petition has a political motive behind it. Thank you very much, Vishnu Jain, for joining us. We also have Ratan Sharda joining us on the broadcast. We were just speaking to Vishnu Jain, who says this is sabotage and this is betrayal by the Congress party.
Congress opposing any Hindu cause is not something new. In fact, Nehru was opposed to Somnath Temple also, as we all know. He stopped Rajendra Prasad, the president, to go there. And he was also very, very upset by the Ram Janmabhoomi petition when it was filed, and he wanted to transfer all the government servants who were involved in this entire exercise at that time, whether not being stopping others or not, whatever the cause. So, and Congress also tried to stop the Ram Janmabhoomi resolution first through negotiations. Then in the court, they went on trying to delay the entire case, so the tension will build up and society will have a tense moment and also clash between the people. These people find Hindus very easy target to attack, and that is the reason Krishna Janmabhoomi temple case is in the court. It is not there is no public agitation. No big organization has gone, spoken about it. If some bhakt who have gone to the court and put a petition, if the court finds it's not suitable, they will drop it. To my mind, this Pathak is running some paper lettered organizations which have no strength. This was never heard of. It was never in the picture in any temple dispute. So Congress has put up a new shikhandi, as we say it, in the entire scene to create obstacles in the path, because no.
All right, so Congress party only creating obstacles, says Ratan Sharda. Thank you very much for joining us with that perspective. Let me quickly also go back to Harish for a bit here. Harish, if I'm not wrong, the suit filed by the Krishna devotees claims that the land was encroached upon and then a structure was erected. What is... take us through the highlights as far as their petition is concerned. What is their main objection or rather demand behind removal of the mosque there?
That's right, Swati. What is to be noted is that Mahesh Pathak's petition says that there is no dispute between the temple and the mosque, because there was it was part of a peaceful agreement signed in 1968. But Vishnu Jain, appearing for the Krishna devotees' sake, their main argument is that that agreement was signed
Harish,
in
we have Mr. Mahesh Pathak on the phone line with us. Let's go across to Mr. Mahesh Pathak. We're getting reactions now questioning the locus standi of the Congress party, of the Purohit Mahasabha as well. Allegations being leveled that this is absolutely political. Your response?
No, it is not a political. You know, we are belonging to Mathura, and our presidents, our Purvaj, they are the person who knows about Krishna Janmabhoomi. They know about the Leela what Krishna has performed. और हम पुरोहितों का ये दायित्व बन जाता है कि अगर मथुरा में अमन शांति बनी रहे, ऐसा कोई काम न हो जिससे यहाँ का माहौल खराब हो। और इसमें कोई कांग्रेस का तो लेना देना है ही नहीं।
नहीं महेश पाठक जी, माहौल खराब होने का सवाल अभी कहां से आया? अभी तो कोर्ट इस मामले को सुन रहा है, और जो कृष्णा डेवोटीज हैं जिन्होंने ये मांग की है कि वहां से मस्जिद को हटाया जाए अपने पिटीशन के जरिए, वो कह रहे हैं कि जन्मभूमि की जो जमीन थी उसे हथियाया गया था, उसके बाद गैर कानूनी तरीके से वहां पर मस्जिद खड़ी की गई।
मुझे आप कंप्लीट 1 मिनट मेरे को कहने दीजिए। ऐसा है कि आपने कहा माहौल खराब नहीं हो रहा। अभी देखिए कि नंदगांव में 2 मुसलमान जाके नमाज पढ़ते हैं, उसके बाद 4 हिंदू के लड़के जाकर के मस्जिद के अंदर हनुमान चालीसा करते हैं। यही छोटी छोटी बातें बड़ी बन जाती हैं। और जहाँ तक आपने ये कहा कि ईदगाह की जमीन जो है, आज से 52 ईयर्स बिफोर 1968 श्री कृष्ण जन संस्थान, जो मैं इलीगल मानता हूँ, उसी ने एक एग्रीमेंट किया ईदगाह के साथ और एक बाउंड्री बनाई गई, रास्ते अलग बनाए गए। ये हमने तो नहीं किया, तब किसी ने नहीं बोला। और जैसे ही जन्मभूमि का, राम जन्मभूमि का मुद्दा खत्म हुआ, मैंने तो पहले भी एक इंटरव्यू में कहा था कि अभी कृष्ण जन्मभूमि मुद्दे को उठाएंगे। ऐसे ही धीरे धीरे मुद्दे उठते हैं और फिर वो आपकी लिमिट से बाहर निकल जाते हैं।
नहीं
और क्योंकि हम मथुरास्त चतुर्वेदी हैं।
ठीक है, देखिए लीगली वो लोग जो पॉइंट उठा रहे हैं आप उस पर भी थोड़ा सा रोशनी डालिए, क्योंकि उनका कहना है कि जो कृष्ण जन्म सेवा संस्थान है उन्होंने लोगों के हित के खिलाफ जाते हुए एक कॉम्प्रोमाइज किया था। कमिटी ऑफ मैनेजमेंट जो कि ट्रस्ट मस्जिद ईदगाह का है वो सबसे पहले उसी डील को चैलेंज कर रहे हैं।
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूं कि आफ्टर 52 years वाई दे आर चैलेंजिंग।
तो अगर कोई इतिहास में गलत हुआ है तो उसको सही नहीं करना चाहिए आपके हिसाब से?
नहीं, हम आपको एक बात बता दें, ये एक मिली हुई चाल है कि पहले था जन्मभूमि ट्रस्ट जिसमें सभी जितनी भी संपत्तियां थी वो भगवान में नियत थी। आपको मालूम है हर प्रॉपर्टी ठाकुर जी में नियत होती है। इन्होंने मिल करके एक श्री कृष्ण जन्मस्थान संस्थान बनाया, उसमें डालमिया के 9 ट्रस्टी हो गए। इन्होंने उस प्रॉपर्टी को उसमें ट्रांसफर कर लिया और कह दिया इसके मालिक हम हो गए। हम उसके खिलाफ 92 में पहले ही जाना चाहते थे। आज का इशू नहीं हमारा।
नहीं, तब फिर क्या शांति नहीं बिगड़ती? तब फिर माहौल खराब नहीं होता? महेश पाठक जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए। हम दोबारा आपसे प्रतिक्रिया लेंगे जैसे ये मामला आगे बढ़ता है। लेट मी ऑल्सो गो अक्रॉस टू शहजाद पूनावाला वांट्स टू कम इन।
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask Mr. Pathak if you are still on air that if Congress party has nothing to do with this, he's been the Congress candidate from Mathura, then is Congress should clarify its stand whether it is for a Krishna Mandir or not, because Congress has claimed to be a very Shiv Bhakt party, a Janyudhari party. They have gone temple visiting, but in Ram Mandir case, how they did Latkana, Atkana, Bhatkana, why their lawyer Kapil Sibal was for the entire country to see. So is Mahesh Pathak the next Kapil Sibal who's trying to do Latkana, Atkana, Bhatkana on this entire Krishna Mandir matter? And if there will not be a Krishna Mandir in Mathura, then where should it be constructed? This should be the position that the Congress party should clarify, because if they are not for one side or the other, they should come out and tell us. But unfortunately, I don't think Mr. Mahesh Pathak is still there to take these questions. Clearly, it seems like Mahesh Pathak is the next. He's the next Kapil Sibal of Congress.
आमिर अब भी हमारे साथ हैं। आमिर, जैसे कि शहजाद कह रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को क्लैरिफाई करना चाहिए, अब तक कांग्रेस पार्टी का क्या स्टैंड रहा है as far as this issue is concerned?
Well, Swati, Congress party has never taken sides as far as Krishna Janmabhoomi case is concerned. So far, they haven't really spelt out their stand on this particular matter, especially since the last 3 months, ever since the petition was first filed with the CJM court and then later with the district judge court in September this year itself. So the last 3 months, there hasn't been any response from the Congress party that can be considered as, their official stance as far as this issue is concerned. But yes, Swati, this was definitely bound to convert into a political controversy. And now with Mahesh Pathak, applying into the court, and becoming a party to it, it definitely does seem that the Congress party perhaps is shadow boxing from behind, something that will be more evident in the days to come, and that this battle within the court will also turn out to be a political battle outside, because definitely the right wing is being supported by the BJP, while the other side, which also somehow surprisingly happens to be a Hindu side, seems to be getting some backup, some support from the Congress party. So it'd be interesting to see, post 10th of December, because mind it, the court has already accepted these 2 petitions that have been filed by Mahesh Pathak and his group of people, and that the court has also sought the responses of the earlier 4 parties, including the Sunni Waqf Board and the Eidgah management there, the Shahi Eidgah management from Mathura. Their responses will be sought on the next date of hearing, which is on the 10th of December.
So it'll be very interesting. Amir and Shehzad, for now, thank you very much for joining us.